being our director.
All right, I'm going to call the meeting to order. The first thing, we have a couple of additions to the agenda. Under new business F, donations, Patterson Family Foundation, and then we'll add an H for resignation. After that, I need a motion to approve the agenda.
So move.
Curtis
Second.
and Ryan Shrivogel. Moved and seconded to approve the agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, and I need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Jill George. Oh, sorry. Second.
Ryan Ruda and Jill George. It's been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, recognitions.
Yeah, let's take the opportunity this month to recognize it's one thing for us to, do really good things in the district and whatnot, but it's a whole nother level when we start getting recognized outside of the district. And I'm not talking about whatever of the year, I'm not talking about that. Talking about requests that come forward for our people to serve on a variety of different state and or national organizations. So this month I want to recognize Jason Johnson is now a member of the KISA Advisory Council. That's the accreditation council. He represents high school principals. I don't know how many total there are on the committee, but we have at least one from here doing it. Dina is on the State Mental Health Council, which is the second year of that going on, and they're responsible for bringing forward a real true approach toward bullying and whatnot, so it'll be utilized throughout. Tyler Helton, last year, was part of the Social Studies Standards Writing Committee. As every so many years, the state looks at the various curriculum areas. And anytime, once again, we can be represented back in Topeka, I think it's a great thing. Then also on top of that, we have both Dina and Jason both are serving as mentors for fledgling administrators, and Randy was approached about it as well. So we've got our people out spreading the gospel and doing really good things beyond the borders of Holcomb. Then locally, I want to take the opportunity to sing the praises of our counselors group. They meet every 2 weeks. We have 4 counselors, and I happened to join in with them last week or the week before, whatever it was. And they're really doing a nice job of coordinating our social emotional program, if you will. It's always been important, but particularly this year, it's important because of all the various stressors coming forward to everyone. So. And they've just done it with great aplomb, and I'm very pleased with all of their efforts. So let's take the opportunity to recognize those people.
Thank you, guys. All right, we will move to financials, and Mike.
Okay, on page 1, there's nothing really to point out. On page 2, down towards the bottom, Annuity, $9,300. That's for some online classes at the high school. Nothing really to point out on page 3. On page 4 at the top, Holcomb Recreation Commission. We got a little bit of tax money flow through from the county for them, $14,461.43. And then a little bit further down, K-Log Incorporated, $14,414, which is last year's PO of some furniture for Holcomb Elementary. Nothing really to point out on page 5. So on page 9, the total warrants for this month, $419,796.53.
Hey, Mike, I'm just wanting back up on page 1 and I guess bleeding into page 2 there too with CDW. And this may be for Dr. Myers as well, but a lot of those items like the power light, any of those items that are on there, are those items that can be explored there through phase 2 with Spark?
Yeah, we're in the process of working through phase 2 as we speak. Right now, we're honing in on the switches and network, whatnot. But phase 2 program 1, we have not submitted. Randy's working on bids for laptops, but yeah, that's the kind of thing also. If we can get 3 bids per, we have to have 3 bids per item on that particular program. But we'll keep trying.
Okay.
What about the Annuity? Is that
That,
qualify?
that's already been, we got the money for Spark One for that. Yeah, so, and so it comes, that's a reimbursement type thing. We don't have the check in our hand yet, but we have the award letter rather. And so, like Michael pointed out, or at some point in time, as we receive these monies, for the time being, it shows some of our accounts down a little bit. Like I said, we put in for Spark One, $248,000 worth of stuff. Majority of that goes back into capital outlay, but some of it will be, we'll be able to utilize it for capital outlay, but we have to put it into a special fund. So we're better off for it. It's just going to have to follow the bouncing ball to get to it. But the Annuity was put in through Spark.